Is there anything else you want to say about your counselor?
Love you, Mr. Stiver. You're a real one out there.
My experience of counselors is pretty minimum. I don't really talk to her that much, but I have talked to her before.
Well, I like my counselor, but I feel like sometimes I couldn't talk to them about some issues because I feel like my voice would have been heard.
It was pretty nice. I wanted to switch from a higher math class to a lower math class. And then it took me like a month because they didn't like want you to like after the school year started. But I mean, I told them like why I wanted to switch down, and like I emailed them like every day.
It was really positive because they're there to help you and they always want the best for you, and so I always think that they're just trying to make you feel comfortable because sometimes it's not like some kids are not very comfortable talking to like teachers.
And if you ever want like someone to talk to, the counselors are like what she said, are, like always there because they know how to like resolve the problems.
I haven't actually like talked to the counselors individually, but I've gone to turn in forms and stuff and like ask a few questions, and they were really welcoming and informative, and they kind of, I could tell that they knew what they were doing and they had been doing this for a while.
My counselor, he's really fast on making sure all my things and stuff get done and really helpful. So when I want to drop like my math class, it was super easy to do that, and it took like 2 days. So I was really grateful for that.
My counselor, she's not super professional. She's very like calm, and she gets that like school environment, but still she can make jokes and everything.
Yeah, for my counselor, she's like really nice, and then she has like a way to like calm down the students if they're like really anxious or they're worried about something. Then she can give some really good advice, and then that will help the students more.
I think they could work on being more accessible to people and kind of reaching out more, because sometimes I feel like it's hard for kids to actually reach out and make the effort into actually going to the council office because they feel scared. But I feel like if they were there to make the first move, it would create a lot of ease on students.
I think better relations between the counselors and the students, because I don't think any of us really talk to them unless we're like kind of forced to.
I think contacting us more, or more check-ins, because sometimes kids don't go see their counselors, so they don't really know who they are, so they're kind of scared to go talk to them.
But I also understand maybe like they're too busy since they have to attend to a lot of students, but I'm still glad we have a chance to talk one-on-one with them.
We're kind of pulled in a lot of different directions, and it's not that when you make an appointment that we don't care, we really do. It's just that if I have a whole day where I'm meeting with students and maybe I possibly take a lunch, maybe I don't look at it every day. Maybe it's kind of like an every other day sort of thing. And I think that we try, but of course, like course selection comes up, you have like letters of rec that's happening. There's just like a lot of moving pieces. And I think for students, I hope they don't think that we don't care, because we really do. So that's, I think, the struggle in all of this. It's how do you balance everything.
5 high schools all have very different student populations, and as teams we all try to respond to our student populations and parents and try to accommodate what we can. It's really difficult at all of our high schools with the cases to try to build in that individual support, and there are definitely times when we think about whether or not we can handle it. It's not a matter of being superior, it's just a different way to try to meet the students' needs. At some of the other schools, they go into the classroom more often to try to do kind of the group guidance piece, but that's where that's coming from.
I think one of our personal goals is maybe to increase some of what we call like our small groups and identifying what students are not getting their needs met. So we do the classroom presentations, and occasionally we do have the one-on-ones, but there are different subgroups that could definitely use support, and they don't need the individual attention, but it would be nice if like their peers were in the group with them getting that support. So I think that's definitely an area where we're working on.
This year we did, I don't know if everybody saw it, I think we sent it to sophomores and juniors, but we did send a needs assessment survey to kind of ask the same questions you're asking, like how can we improve? And I think part of our goal over the summer is to really look at that thoughtfully and see what we can change for next year. But we do think and reflect about our practices because, you know, we do want to be available to students, and we do try as hard as we can. You know. But the other part is too, we're also like humans too, and so I hope students take that into consideration as well.
I think because of the cell phones, people are used to immediate responses. You know, because of text messaging and everybody's used to just hearing immediately when you send information. So we try to respond to emails within 48 hours because I think there's also a misconception that we're always at our desk, you know, responding to kids. But a lot of times we are in the classrooms, and you know, especially this month, we're in the classroom almost every day doing the course selection piece, working with teachers. But that response rate, we do try to get back to students within a reasonable time. But it's definitely not immediate, and I know sometimes students have deadlines that they have to meet, but they're trying to get urgent responses as well. But we do, I think, the best we can given our limits.
And we do have a kind of open door policy similar to MONIQUE, where if students truly need us, they can swing into the office and try to find one of us and get the answer that they're looking for. Sometimes we're not always there. That's just a normal part of functioning in a school system. I think it's also good preparation for university or just the real world. Sometimes you're going to have to wait for a response, and you have to be okay with that.
We really like kids, and we really do hope that you guys make appointments and you try to come and see us. Even if that does take a while to schedule, I feel like it's still worth it to come and chat.